How's it going, guys? Canister here. Welcome to another episode of Risk of Rain 2. Today we're going to be going over the Mul-T. We're going to be talking about all of his skills, show you what they look like in action, and how to unlock him. If you guys like this type of content, please like and subscribe for more. And without further ado, let's get into it. The way you go about unlocking the Mul-T is you clear the first stage 5 times. So it's arguable which one you will go about unlocking first, whether it be the Huntress or the Mul-T. One successful run is going to unlock the Huntress for you, whereas if you die and start over a lot, you can unlock the Mul-T as long as you beat the first level. Okay, so the Mul-T is exactly as it sounds. It's very multi-purpose. It's got 2 different primary attacks. The first one is going to be an auto nail gun. You rapidly fire for 60% damage, fire 6 nails when initially pressed. So when you very first start out this attack, it's going to be like a shotgun blast up close. It'll do a big bunch of damage followed by a bunch of smaller bursts. The secondary rate of fire, or the right click, is going to be blast canister. You launch a stun canister for 220% damage, and it drops stun bomblets for 5 times 44% damage. This is incredible later on in the game, especially if you get the active item, your Q slot. If you get an item called Primordial Cube, it will group all the enemies together, and then you just spam this, and not only does it do big damage at first, these little bomblets actually add up in damage, and it stuns them as well, so it's a very good form of crowd control. Transport mode is going to be the form of mobility, the kind of get out of the way thing that the Commando and the Huntress had. Unlike theirs though, you zoom forward and gain armor and speed, and it deals 250% damage to enemies in the way. Deals more damage at higher speeds. So as you pick up speed, if you end up running into an enemy, it does a decent amount of damage. The ultimate for this guy isn't as flashy, I'd say, as the Commando and the Huntress. What it does is it switches your primary rate of fire between the nail gun and a piercing heavy damage rebar puncher, which is going to be this centerpiece here. And it's pretty much the difference between using an SMG versus a sniper rifle. We will go ahead and show you what his skills do. His mobility, as you can see, can actually damage things if you run into them. Okay, so your first rate of fire is going to be your nail gun, and your first blast shoots a bunch, as you saw there. It's like a little shotgun blast, but if you hold it down, it's like shooting an SMG. Not very good aim, but very good rate of fire. Now if you press the ultimate button, your R, you switch to the rebar puncher, which is going to be kind of like a sniper. It charges up and then you let it go, and it does heavy damage, but it's a single target, not very spammable. Okay, so now we have the cluster bombs, his secondary rate of fire, and as you see, it has a wide area of effect. You throw one single one out, and then it explodes into a bunch of smaller ones, which then stun and do area of effect damage. Very good again with the additional clip item, so that way you can spam it later on. And that is about it for this guy. Alright guys, that has been the Mul-T. Hopefully this guide helped some of you guys out. Without further ado, I have been Canister. You guys have been Killkhast. See you in the next one.